Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or hi if you're new, it's Libby. Today I'm going to be doing the end of the year book tag. Now, I haven't done this tag in a while, so I haven't done it since last year, so I'm going to go ahead and do it today for you guys. I have all the answers written in my journal, so we're going to go ahead and go through them one by one. I think this tag was created by Ariel over at Ariel Passett, so please correct me if I am wrong on that. So there's only a few questions here. There's only 6 questions, so it's going to be a short, sweet, simple video. So question number 1. Are there any books you started this year that you will need to finish? And there are a few that I've started this year. There are actually 3 that I've started and I have yet to finish. So the first one I started back when I bought it toward the beginning of the year, and that is Love and Olives by Jenna Evans Welsh. This is the 3rd book to this series, Love and Gelato series, and this one takes place in Greece, and her father wants her to help him find the city of Atlantis. When she was younger, they always dreamed of doing this. This is long for a contemporary. That's why I put it down. It was getting me into a reading slump, so I just had to put it down, and I haven't yet picked it back up. The other one that I put down for some reason, but I was enjoying quite a bit, was Crush by Tracy Wolff. This is the sequel to Crave. It's fantasy, so it's long, so I can't really say too much about this one because it is the 2nd book, but we follow our main character who moves to Alaska with her uncle and her cousin after her parents die in a car crash. That's this one, so I would love to finish it. I only have 181 pages left, so I can finish this and get to the 3rd book. So that's my plan. The last book that I've started is an ebook, and that is The Deal by Elle Kennedy. I'm only like 63 pages into that, so if I can finish it this year, I'll be happy. So those are the 3 books that I am in the middle of that I would like to finish this year. We shall see. 2 of them, one's a contemporary, one's a romance, and then one's a fantasy. So that's question. The next question is, do you have any autumnal, I can't pronounce that word to save my life, an autumn book to transition to the end of the year? And I have 2 books, excuse me, I have 2 books that are perfect for this, to read around this time. I've read both of these already, and the first one being The Diviners by Libba Bray. This one, we follow our main character Evie O'Neill, who is exiled from her boarding hometown, and she goes to New York. This is set in 1926, and she is living with her uncle, I do believe, at the time. And then murders start happening, and Evie finds out that she has mysterious powers. If you haven't read this yet, I would recommend listening to the audiobook while you're following along. The audiobook is phenomenal. I really enjoy it. It makes the reading experience more creepy when you listen to the audiobooks, because there's some songs that this killer sings, and the audiobook narrator sings the song as well, and it just makes the experience really. So if you would, I would listen to the audiobook. I listened to the audiobook on this whole series, so I might have to reread this year with the audiobook because it's been a while. And the chapter headings are crazy. So, The Diviners by Libba Bray. And then the second book I have is Stalking Jack the Ripper by Carrie Maniscalco. This one we follow, of course, the murders happening in London in the 1800s of Jack the Ripper. And we follow our main character, Audrey Rose, who wants to be in forensic science, and then these days, that's a no-no. So she's a trainee under her uncle who figure out what happened to the people that died. So then the murders of Jack the Ripper start happening. So Audrey Rose and the love interest, so there's a bit of romance, Thomas Cresswell, discovers or goes undercover to discover who the Ripper actually is. Little do we know, it's someone right under their noses. So if I could go back and reread this for the first time, I would. But I know who the killer is, so I'm not going to say anything, or you think you know who the killer is. So, but this one. Question number 3. Is there any new releases you're still waiting for? There's actually 1, which is Kingdom of the Feared by Carrie Maniscalco. This is the 3rd book to that series, and I cannot wait for that to come out. It comes out in a couple of weeks, so I think at the end of September it's releasing. So I'm excited to get to that one. Question number 4. Are there any books you want to read before the end of the year? I have 4 that I want to read before the end of the year. 1 being, it's been on my TBR since I bought it in February when it released, and that would be House of Sky and Breath by Sarah J. Maas. This is the sequel to House of Earth and Blood, and it's long. I've been putting it off because I've been hearing not so great things about this one, so maybe that's why I'm putting it off. But my expectations were a little high, but now they're lowered. So hopefully I can get to this one before the end of the year. So I have that one. I also have Kingdom of the Feared by Carrie Maniscalco. I have The Dragon's Bride by Katie Roberts. That's a monster romance that I would like to try and get my hand on. And then her newest book, A Court of the Vampire Queen, which just came out not too long ago, and I would love to try and get to that one as well. Question number 5. What is a book that you still think could be your favorite of the year? For me, that's probably going to be Kingdom of the Feared, if I can read it this year. Probably that one. And then possibly one of the new Katie Robert books that I have not read yet. So the last question of this tag is, have you already started making reading plans for 2023? And the answer is no, I have not, because lately I've been a mood reader most of my reading career, but lately I've been sticking to TBRs. So I have not made any reading plans for 2023 yet, but I do know I'm going to get Chain of Thorns when that releases in January, I do believe. And then I think that's the only book really, Chain of Thorns, at the beginning of the year. That's about it. But that is my end of the year book tag. Let me know down below if you've done this tag so I can go and check it out. Or what are some of your answers to these questions down below? What are your releases that you're looking forward to for the second half of the year? I would love to know. Don't forget to like, subscribe, stay a while, and I will have my links to my Twitter, Instagram, and Goodreads down below. And please let me know who created this tag. I do believe it was Ariel from Ariel Bissett, but like I've said, I could be wrong. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.